not wolves. It's wolfing. For 20,000 years, Wilson. 10 times your fucking Christian era. The skins and the wolves, the great hunting nations lived together. Nature in balance. Then the slaughter came. The smartest ones, they went underground. Into the new wilderness, your cities. The graveyard of your fucking species.
These great hunters, your garbage, your abandoned people, became their new meat animal.
Animals? Are you sure, Wilson? They might be gods.
In their eyes, you are the savage.
You got your technology, but you lost. You lost your senses.
They can see 2 looks away. They can hear a cloud pass overhead. In their world, there can be no lies, no crime.
No need for detectives.
They are brothers. They are other nations. Their world is older, more finished, more complete. They kill. They kill to survive. They kill to protect.
Family.
Man kills for less. But in the end, it is all for hunting ground.
You've seen them, haven't you? You don't have the eyes of the hunter. You have the eyes of the dead.
Alright guys, this is Sethikus Boza, blackearthproductions, Blue Flame Healing Arts and Occult Science, Temple of the White Dragon. We're gonna jump into this right away. Marja, are you there?
Okay, I'm just gonna let you two go.
Why don't you start us off with the question? Sethikus, right?
Yes. Marja messaged me and she said that your son was directly connected with some events that unfolded with the Hopi.
Yes,
And
that's
I don't
true.
know if you know anything about what I've just presented to public and the declarations that I've made.
No, I know nothing about you. I know you're a friend of Marja's, and so
No, I
that's-
wanted
and
you
so
to go there. Yeah.
She said that you have a stone,
Yes.
and
I've made the declaration public that I hold the actual firestone of Bahana. I have the evidence. And through the course of my own personal initiations, I created a mystery school that's been running for close to about 20 years now. I've been ultra successful. I made attempts to actually contact the Hopi. I was in correspondence with a Zuni elder. And when I was down there just over a year ago in New Mexico on another project, Marja's down there, and
right.
I was working to get things lined out. I was told that they wanted to meet with me. I've shared the evidence with this particular Zuni elder, but the last time that I made attempts, my very life was literally fucking threatened.
That's because the true covenant, it was centered in Haute-Villa, and all of those elders holding that have passed. They did their very best to get the message out there into the world. December 91, 92, I have the official footage of that meeting, 16 millimeter footage of that meeting, as well as their meeting 4 months later with the Dalai Lama, who came there to meet them also. I have the footage of all of that. Pickett Movie Company, which was my son. I have all of that. They are gone. What remains are these very hostile individuals. It is very, very hard with the Haute-Villa elders gone.
So there's no one standing in the position as an elder there with the Hopi that knows what's up.
I went there June of 2023 and witnessed as the unseen friends came in. I was standing with the small group at Prophecy Rock as I could, and the unseen friends, the wind beings, came in. They removed all the entrapped souls that remained there at Haute Villa, the graveyards. It was absolutely in the latter part of the 1300s when they could no longer, the soul force could no longer return. And so all of those entrapped Haute Villa beings for the last 600 plus years were lifted off, and that was late June of 2023. All of the elders, the two chiefs at Haute Villa and the leader of the Sun Clan had the sacred tablets.
That the Sun Clan specifically?
Yes, the Haute Villa Hopi. This is the true Hopi. These are the people of the covenant. You do not know about the Oraibi split. In 1906, Oraibi, which of course was the ancient city of the Hopi, they were heavily pushing to take the Hopi children and place them in the school, trying to give them money and food to buy them, which would take them away from the path.
Right.
We're talking about the U.S. government and the missionaries. There were two groups, but the U.S. government
this specific group that you're talking about are Caucasians. I am a Carpathian white man, and there's a major difference. Yeah. We're on the same page as far as the
okay, all right.
corruption factors.
My Hopi friends called the U.S. government Uncle Slam. So it lets you know what their focus was, government, 1906, the 1800s, 1700s. So at any rate, there was a split between the Hopi who insisted that they must live by their covenant to be protectors of land and life. All land and life, not the land and life of their village, the land of life of the entire planet. And that is the covenant. Originally, as told to me by the Hopi messenger and to my son, I am my son by the Hopi messenger, Hopi was a coming together of peaceable peoples. Hopi means the peaceable peoples. It is not like the Navajo Nation. Thieves and raiders, the Navajo Nation of thieves and raiders who have hopefully, it's not like the Cherokee or the Choctaw. They're not a bloodline.
The Navajo are nomads.
They were nomads until they stole the Hopi land and
you notice how the Navajo reservation surrounds the Hopi. Yep.
That used to all be Hopi. And the Hopi have their markers everywhere.
People don't even know about this stuff.
Exactly. They don't know about it. The best book on all of this, which is connected to the people at Haute Villa that we knew, is Haute Villa, Hopi Shrine of the Covenant. So in 1906 at Oraibi, a large dispute arose between the Hopi who said, no, we must live to the covenant. And going the white man's way is to turn from the covenant. The larger group said, no, they're going to give us food. They're going to give us supplies. We'll have our children educated. And they also knew that the traditionals who lived by the covenant also knew of their religions. They would try to divert them from the sacred way.
Yeah, one thing I notice about certain Native Americans, even the elders, advocate the teachings of Christendom and all this other stuff. They're not even privy to their own tradition. They're out there pushing the quote-unquote agenda. And I've been calling this out for years. If you actually get onto my platform and check out my content, I don't pull any punches. And the last two segments that I put out in light of everything, I presented the Firestone public and made the declaration. We were down there, I was ready to go, and then we were forced back up into the west. And according to the prophecy, if it comes from the east, it's going to be peaceful. If it comes from the west, it's going to be the other way. Things are mounting up now going into 2028.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing my pants, my boots, my hoodie, and my shirt.
What color?
All black.
All black, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they're very specific about the
Another specific.
white brother. When he comes, he will be wearing either white or red. If he's wearing white, peace will ensue. If he's wearing red, war will devour.
Well, I was wearing neither.
Right.
I just want to interject. I am not fond of the Dalai Lama. And of course, he's in red.
I know, dear. I know. And the Dalai Lama came to them, and they were very inclined. And this is not a moral judgment. This is an energetic thing. And he was wearing red.
So we have stupid shit going on here, Sethikus.
Yeah. I have that same problem here where I'm living, Sedona. These people, yeah. At any rate, I literally live within striking distance of the Citadel, which they call Courthouse Butte.
It's overrun by New Age bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pushing AI, alien cult.
In the third world, they were trapped. The Hopi were underground. There are two stories about finding their way out. One was through the Supapu, which is a hole in the kiva, symbolic of their coming up from the underground. And both of these can be true. The other was a rope, a magic rope from the underground going up through a hole in the earth, which they climbed up. I'll skip to the chase to their meeting Masao. Masao was the creator's representative who took care of the planet Earth. And they asked Masao if they could live here with him on the Earth. And he said, if you live in the simple way that I do with my planting stick, he appointed them as the guardians of life, the well-being of land and life on Earth, the whole planet. And they said, we will. And they started a migration around the planet in opposite directions, returning to Oraibi, with the one brother at Oraibi had returned earlier, rather went partially around and then returned to Oraibi. The one brother went all the way around the planet, and where he met Masao, and Masao helped him establish Oraibi, waiting for the other brother to circumvent the globe and return. That's what the return of the white brother is, he's called. And if he returns wearing white, peace will ensue. If he returns wearing red, at any rate, purification, fire will come, and the evildoers will purify the evildoers from the planet.
In terms of what you're getting at here, the Great Purification, this is called the Red Wave. The Red Wave has gone out. I've already made this declaration because things didn't come together. I've been resisting all of this. I feel like I'm going to explode out of my skin over here. And with the teaching I've shared public, the back end of my platform is the Mystery School. I've been initiating people into the original teaching for well over 20 years now. It's never come back together in the way that it's meant to.
There's a couple of pieces of information. One is that what happened in 1935 when the government established Bureau of Land Management, which manages the Hopi, like the Hopi Council. And this Hopi Council was supposed to run everything. Well, what happened? The Hopi kept appointing true Hopi, and they wouldn't accept the true Hopi on the council. So finally,
Of course not.
the council became the yes men and immediately started releasing coal leases, oil leases, mineral rights to companies.
Right.
And they came in and devastated the sacred Black Mesa there for its coal. That was Peabody coal. And so what do you have left today? Hopi people's bloodline taking the monthly check, which the true Hopi, number one, they keep the covenant of the Kachina and they refuse to take the check.
Not here. Not here.
No,
The fucking casinos right down the hill
that's
for
another
me.
factor.
I'm just telling you, the difference between the true Hopi, centered in Haute Villa, its elders now passed, dead. So you have the council with their corrupt, violent police officers in charge of the Hopi reservation, with some really good elders in outline, Shipovani, Mohavani. They're still existing, some people. So I don't want to condemn all Hopi. There are still some, but they are not Haute Villa as a concentrated whole, as the center of maintaining the covenant.
Yeah, that is the Haute Villa, Shrine of the Covenant, microcosm of the world.
These are the people that my son, they actually took him into the clan structure there. And my path, metaphysical path, was tangent to theirs. So I was in close touch with the Hopi messenger, which they have maligned since his death. Oh my God. And they would malign the leader of the Sun Clan if they could.
Try to fucking malign me too.
There's witchcraft, Sethikus.
Oh, I know.
There's
I know there is.
serious
Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Go into that.
Okay, little children of the light, workers down here, come down here like little light moles.
They have no idea.
Well,
They have no idea.
I and my son and the Hopi messenger, who we were really, really close to. Later, my son was close to the leader, very close to the leader of the Sun Clan and others. I just found out a couple of years ago that part of his training, he had been Mohawk and came out here as a young man to help them in the late 40s after the war. Got a message from the Great Spirit to come out and help the Hopi. He didn't even know who the Hopi was. They eyeballed him. He lived with them a couple of years. Then they started training him. Part of his training was in witchcraft to protect them. They had to know witchcraft to protect themselves from these horrible Hopi who were deeply steeped in witchcraft, severe witchcraft. And the witchcraft they threw at my son and his partner in making the film, the Oraibi split, which they were making with the help and consent of the Hopi of Haute Villa.
Right. So he was going to expose this.
Yeah. And the elders wanted him to. The Haute Villa were supporting him, talking with him, being interviewed by them, being on camera with them. They were in full support of this.
This 100% confirms the notions that I've gotten, an inner knowing that things have been overtly compromised.
Right, totally compromised. The long and the short of it is our friend and partner pulled out of the film, sensing something wasn't right and he couldn't participate in it anymore. Shortly, right after he pulled out, his wife had some bizarre thing happen. They literally removed.
Dismembered her, amputated her.
They amputated her leg. I have seen early on, I was at a powwow outside of Santa Fe, and these were people throwing witchcraft at me. It bounced off me and hit my friend who was standing next to me, and she was sick for a week. You'll recognize that from something that happened on the turn of the millennium, Marja. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
And so that's when I first protected myself, but I didn't realize I had to protect people that were with me. And so it bounced off, it hit her, she was sick. I'm telling you this because Richard, the witchcraft bounced off him, hit his wife, causing her to have her left leg from the knee down amputated. Later, he goes to the kahuna in Hawaii our group was connected through the messenger with the kahuna in Hawaii. He was on the FBI's most wanted list for taking a child out of one of the government schools with all the signed paperwork and returning it home in Hopi. I acted as the go-between. He'd send me letters and I would take the letters and send them to the kahuna. So at any rate, our friend Rich with the wife went over to Hawaii after he'd left the film and everything. He saw the great kahuna, and the kahuna said, "Oh my, you've been attacked by witchcraft." What? That was the first any of us knew anything about it. And I truly believe that my son, what happened to my son, the deterioration of the film, not being able to come to fruition. My son had been ran off the road. He had been threatened. And my son being assassinated in Burma all has to do with the witch's curse. None of us knew.
No, they have firewalled this entire trajectory. I see it clear.
Speak. Please, speak.
One of the base measures in terms of what I take people into as far as initiation into the occult is knowing how to ward your field. That's 101. Taking things back to the original teaching and this whole dynamic. My bloodline is very ancient, and I have evidence in terms of my claims I'm going to have to share with you directly. So you're not just taking my word for it here. Okay, I'm going to actually show you the Firestone and the measurements of certain papers that I drew out. Coming back from Arizona, I went there because my son lived in Tucson. He's not there anymore. We went there, and we were actually up in Flagstaff checking out that area because I was thinking
that is a weird ass place too.
Yeah. It is the config.
It's about 45 minutes north of Sedona.
Right.
Checked it out. I met up with a colleague of mine that I was working with down in New Mexico just over a year ago. That's where we met up, killing two birds with one stone. But as we were driving up to Flagstaff, there were all of these synchronistic signs. We literally saw a white wolf in the desert, okay? That's one of my totems. Long story going back to this whole paradox as far as witchcraft and dark sorcery. My knowledge of the brotherhoods and sisterhoods is off the charts. It's in my line, my family lineage. And blood is very important to also understand why the vampires are obsessed. The name of the game on ground level here is genetics. It's gridworks. It's gaining jurisdiction over this entire fucking reality field, and nobody knows the real game that's going on. And they're all in thrall within this wheel that continues to be greased and pushed by all of these programmed fucktards that claim ascension, claiming all of this bullshit, and it's going right down the track depicted on Prophecy Rock. That's that jagged shit that everyone's on. They want World War III to continue ad infinitum.
Okay.
World War III, the AI timeline, pushing the AI, calling it progress, and not us rising up as the resistance. And ever since 2020, all this stuff that's also being dug up in Tula, Mexico, that's directly connected to the ancient AI and the gray alien shit, and all of these sub-factions are starting to come in with their infrastructure, all this data center shit. It's like Skynet. It's fucking Terminator 2, man. Something has to fucking happen here because it's not going to stop. An eternal war. My goal was to take the risk, making the claims that I am. Who else out there is claiming this? Nobody. When I came back from Arizona after that particular trip, I was prompted to put fire up to the stone. Firestone, kind of ironic. And I've had this stone in my possession for many, many, many years. It's gifted to me from the Valley of the Kings. And I put fire up to the stone and immediately saw the symbols that it states will be on the Firestone, what's revealed with the Toponi tablets and all of these other things. I have the evidence. It's the same exact symbols. How the fuck are you going to make this shit up? I've been going through this process of recognizing, going over things according to the original teaching, the original traditions that correlate everything that I've been working to build and institute back into the realm for the last 20 years. I want you to see what I'm saying.
You've got the stone, you held it up to the light, and you can see the figures on the stone
Yes.
as the figures on the tablets.
Yes.
Right.
How do I know if any of this is real?
Oh, And right you are to question
I question everything.
the illusion.
I even question my claim to this, because if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it doesn't change the actual trajectory of what's been implemented on my end and what I've been working to build. I have actual evidence. And see, that's the thing. If it is real, it's like I've said, everybody is going to have to fucking listen. You're being given one more of the final warnings and context. And I don't even like saying it. I have to say it as I'm being prompted. If it is true that I hold the Firestone and can prove it with actual evidence, that's it.
Well, it turns out that the Bear Clan had tablets too.
Right.
And I only found this out this past month. My son had told me he had been invited into the Kivas, into the Sun Clan, because that was the person he was closest to in the clan structure. No one knows the total picture. When the clan releases this piece of information, the Bear Clan hears it, and the Bear Clan knows once the clan releases this information that they're to release their piece of information. Mm-hmm. And once the Bear Clan releases their information, then the Wolf Clan knows it's time for them to release their piece of the information. So this is how this rolls out. I never knew that anything other than one set of tablets existed. And then it turns out the Bear Clan had released this. Now,
yeah, and I can confirm that about the other tablets that are out there. And as I've said on my platform, White Dragon is of the North, Red Dragon is of the West, Black Dragon is of the South, and Yellow Dragon is of the East. And in context to all of this, it's the Red Dragon, Native American, Mesoamerican lineages that have come forth and have met together with the White Dragon lineage bloodlines. This has already happened. However, when it comes to this specifically, it has not come together, and this is what I'm here to implement as the actual representative of the White Dragon Wolf lineage bloodlines in terms of the Magi Grail Shaman. That is my position. In context to he who holds the Firestone and what we call it, the White Dragon Prophecy. I've been working to bring forth this knowledge and share this information for those to whom it's meant. And it has yet to be met on the levels necessary in terms of what you're getting at, coming together with the other tablets where more of the bigger picture unfolds before us. I have my piece of the equation, and I've been seeking the others this entire time.
Everybody I know is dead. But to see if tablets are legitimate or not, if they're real or somebody has made this up, they're fakes or real or not that, what you're saying is not adverse to what their process is. Your process could have been when all else has failed, when the white brother wearing white did not show up. And the purification began, and
it's the same with the red. The red hasn't shown up either.
The red may have shown up in the form of the Dalai Lama. I know
that's not the white brother.
There you go. All I know.
He's a demon.
Okay.
Honestly, guys, I don't know. I've never looked in that direction. I do not respect these people with psychic abilities who pry into other people's business and other people's lives.
Right. That's how the vampires operate. That's how the vampires operate.
Exactly. We're all in agreement here. And so the Dalai Lama came 4 months after they revealed these tablets to the governor, who his wife was very supportive of them. So Governor King and his wife were good people. And the elders, it was the elders from Hope Villa who met with him and presented the tablets. They presented to the world. They were desperate. They saw that the end was now.
Yeah, right. They wanted allies.
Their role was to preserve life.
It's everyone's rights to life. And that being violated all across the board?
Yeah. they had been given the task to get the information out to the world. And in the late 40s, they started sending out their Hopi messengers around the world to get this message out, that the people had to come back into compliance with the covenant to save the world. That was the message they're trying to get out. And they were taking desperate measures there in 91, 92 to get this out to the white man's world. And this is
It's definitely gotten out. It's just getting a little bit more closer to the razor's edge in context here, because if I am Pahana, one or two things are going to take place. Okay.
We're deep into the purification. Deep. The chat. I'm listening.
I'm in the West. I am in the West now. I'm not in the East like I was. And I have a choice. I contacted Marja because we've been in network for years. I consider her true, an ally. She's never shown me anything that could be gauged as compromised. The level of her integrity is intact. We came and met up face to face, and it was ironic being down there in New Mexico on this particular project. It was a total bust, and we had to get the fuck out of there. But that was another reason why I took opportunity, because I would be closer, not just to my son, but to all of this.
Right.
I was told that the Aldars wanted to meet with me. I was okay, I'll get down there and I'll get a hold of you when I'm ready. And again, when I made contact with this individual who's Zuni, who are the cousins of the Hopi, according to him, at that point, he's like, you need to get the fuck out of New Mexico. The FBI and the Hopi are coming for you. I was like, what the fuck is going on? My life was threatened.
Mm-hmm.
So in hindsight, this other group that's compromised, when someone comes at me like that and threatens my life, it's okay, you know, I obviously see that you're an enemy. You're not an ally. You never were an ally. It was like I was being set up.
Right. Right.
Okay.
The only way I know to get through to any remaining true Hopi would be through the matrilineal clan and have a contact to be with the mothers. If you ask me, how could we reach true Hopi, that would be the only path that I would take to get this woman. She actually asked, she said, if I want to go, would you take me? And I'm saying, yeah, I will. She has solid connections. We want to talk to them because the people we know are gone. And the mothers, there's real protection in that maternal clan there. I feel that would be a safe pathway, and it's a true pathway. And that feels really right as the pathway is to go to the mother. Our personal covenant is, I would state my pathway, you would state your pathway. Marja, you're perfectly welcome to come. But we would each state our path so that they would know that they could trust us. Things then unfold. You know how this is. If you go the male pathway, you are going to be severely attacked. As you were. Our witchcraft is terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's effective. It's true evil. It is true evil. How these people, how they continue to exist under the name, under the mantle of Hopi, boggles my mind.
That we're going to take this segment into a break to mark the coming end of the current fourth world and the potential start of a new era. The prophecy mentions specific warning signs before the transition. The cobwebs in the sky and a container of ash that can boil the ocean and burn the land. In this time of great chaos and ecological collapse, in terms of mankind being cut off from nature and the universe, it's those that stay close to nature and live to the birthright of the actual covenant that will not only survive the red wave, but will thrive in the face of everything that we will continue to see unfold. And as you've been hearing here, we're going to continue after the break. This is Sethikus Boza, Black Earth Productions, Blue Flame, Healing Arts and Occult Science, Temple of the White Dragon. We'll be right back, right after this. And we are back. This is Sethikus Boza, Black Earth Productions, Blue Flame, Healing Arts and Occult Science, Temple of the White Dragon. All of this is going to slam a cosmic gavel upon this entire gambit. Everyone pay attention and to dive back into things. Marja, what do you have to say?
This is important. I can feel the gravity of it. It's very interesting, and I want to reflect for just a few minutes what was transpiring in my life last year. Because while Sethikus was having all the things going on by Silver City, I had all these long-term women friends all of a sudden came up with turbo cancers, and I was involved in the culmination, the ending of their lives. So I was not actually here in New Mexico, in Sandia.
I wanted to come meet up with you.
Yeah, exactly. So Sethikus reached out to me, and I was gone. I was literally gone for the entire summer into the fall.
So my experience down south, I've never in my entire life seen levels of fear and greed ruling people. And motherfuckers went insane. It's like I speak about in terms of Guldik, which all of this witchcraft goes back to the actual fucking root of it, according to my tradition, and what it warns the entire realm against, and nobody gets it still.
Yeah.
They have no idea. The womb gate of this reality field, which is reflected womankind, you mentioned all these things manifesting with these women, right? This is what's being amplified and festering in terms of grids that everyone's keyed into, on top of the needlecraft and what they did to upgrade their systems of domination and control.
Right.
So many people were taken out in the last 5.5 years, and no one bats an eye. Business as usual. Everyone's in thrall. Everyone's stupider than they've ever been. I have a wrath. I hold back about 95%. What I'm actually capable of, okay? And this wrath of the fucking red wave, it's boiling in my blood and bones, the trajectory of everything. So from this point, I've been speaking about 2028 for years. This period of time, right now, we're still in the major time of healing. We're still in the major time of remembering. So the attacks, the MK Ultra, the erasure of true identity, all of this has gone out because they know the hour that we're in. This is why it's taking place. And all these motherfuckers that are compromised. I know magic on levels people can't even fucking gauge still. Okay? And being the baseline measure, knowing how to ward your field in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, and taking it back to the first cause and claw. It's all about our state of mind. They know it's all about our state of mind. This is why they do mind control. And one of the main tactics of dark sorcery is nerve induction, targeting the nervous system, targeting the gauge of our perception. This is how they do it. This is how they bust open these wormholes in the people's morphogenetic fields. And so, in light of my experience with people directly, because we're working to get it going, the last year and a half or so, I end up compromising and breaking the standard of what is actually required to the original timeline trajectory. Okay, because the two main timelines that are playing out, who is on the original? Hardly anybody. We're taking things back to the original teaching. It's all this other bullshit that's wrapped up in what the Dark Ones have promulgated, especially through the New Age movement, necromancy. Okay, it's off the charts, conjuring, summoning of angels and fucking aliens and all this stuff, whereas the original teaching puts us in a position to ignite our own templating in terms of
that's
our own eternal spirit to soul code, blood code, essence. That's the difference here as far as what I'm bringing forward. I just want to make that a mark because true magic isn't even known, and then everyone's given over to these measures of what's taking place, what the divide and conquer this particular group, and what type of witchcraft do they practice.
I do not know the mechanism that they are teaching, and I didn't even know he had been trained in witchcraft, realities within all of these. I mean, it is a fucking head trip. You just can't. Is it the fractal puzzles? When you look at the fractal puzzles,
This is how they skew the gauge of our perception.
right?
Throwing everything into an optical illusion and all these triangulation factors, even the way that the moon and the sun orbit, okay? This reality field was pulled out of alignment a long fucking time ago.
Indeed. On
So
purpose.
imagine the Earth. We're here, but we're not here. Even manifested physically, as far as the body politic. All of these manipulations, mind control, dark sorcery, and all this kind of stuff, has ruled this realm for centuries. And what I gauge most people, they're standing at the first veil to be transcended, but the second veil factors is where all of the real war is taking place. And so for me, it's either going to be true education that's reinstituted, or it's going to be war. And I'm not going to be able to hold back any longer.
That is your pathway.
I know that. And that's the thing.
Now, I get this. And so does Marja. We've been doing this work all of our lives. I have stood literally on the top of Pater Now in Abiquiu with the lightning striking all around me, being filled with that energy so it could go forth in warfare. This is as a younger woman, in warfare to affect and energy streams to at that level to wipe out, cause disruption and dysfunction and wipe out at that energy level. All that you are is gauging where you need, the instant you need to be there, and at what frequency, at what power. All that you are is feeling, constantly censoring. If you are to engage a red wave that totally surrounds the planet, causing it to, end quote, implode inwardly upon itself. It's going to come to that. The old 3D, what we call the 3D world, 1985, they showed it to me. The 3D world is actually a 2D, 3D world.
Good paradox.
Right, because there was another world there and it totally collapsed. That's why it's the 2D world, the 2D, 3D world. And it will be, quote, implode inwardly upon itself.
Right. This is what I've foreseen as well. So
Yeah.
I can confirm that.
Yeah. So, and your energy is going to be right. My God, they're showing me and physically active, be physically 100% on the ball active with, for lack of a better term, superpowers. Joking about it. I'm not joking.
This is what they do not want to activate within those that are ready to take the crossing. That's why they did what they did in 2020, because they know they're not going to be able to stop what the fuck is coming. Now, everything I've been attempting, I have yet to still come into contact with people that are not compromised.
Right. It gets revealed.
I don't have time for that shit.
We're in it. The sun, our brother sun, through its own creator source, consciousness,
That's
human,
the sun part.
it totally changed itself last August. You felt it. Oh my God. The intensity is off the fucking chart. It is so fucking intense. The two areas of the great intensity are Egypt and here.
You understand all the desert lands of this entire planet are connected.
Yes, we're on the similar parallels.
It's all in the same parallel.
Yeah.
And going back to how things were in ancient times, this goes back to Pangea. There's relics, there's Egyptian relics in the Grand Canyon. And the Grand Canyon.
You went,
Yes, I did.
Sethikus.
I went to the Grand Canyon when I was up in Flagstaff. In ancient times, the Grand Canyon is where the ancient pharaohs would go to be initiated before the main great cataclysm rent this entire fucking realm. The original gates of this reality field were sealed off, and then everything thrown into the fourth world factors, like we all know we've been coming out of. The timelines, you can measure it. They're getting upgrades in terms of their systems of dark sorcery with the fucking AI. Those of us that know the difference need to step it the fuck up.
That's no shit.
Because it hasn't come together yet. I've been working to bring things together with people for years, and they end up being compromised. That's my only indiscretion.
Yeah.
When it comes to my own crew, when it comes to my own networks, it's not everybody. I'm talking about coming together face to face.
Yeah.
You're one of the only ones, Marja, that hasn't
Yeah.
been. That's why I hit you up.
Yeah, you and your crew, okay, recognizes you and comes on board for real and does the work. You are the clan that is going to take the work to the next level.
Right.
Because
it's not about escaping reality.
You can't escape reality. That's the problem. No. People want to. And they think they can vape and drink and do all kinds of stupid shit. You can't.
It's all about mastering the game and knowing how to transcend it. Now you're the cause point.
Yes.
You're not living in the realm of effect. You're not acting like a slave.
Indeed.
That's my attitude. There's certain things I'm not going to be kind about, especially in light of what you're sharing with me. What the fuck? This is what I'm talking about. People are compromised. And they're going to the level of dark sorcery here.
I'm not sure that we have anything left to do at Hopi, and let me explain that. These people of the covenant, when they left with no one to take their places,
so you're telling me they'd have no representative?
To my knowledge, there is no representative group. They fought so hard to get the message out, get this all done, because there was no one standing up there to pass it to. That does not mean there are not individuals. I know there are individuals in Hopi, like the three of us. I'm very anonymous in the physical world. I travel through the physical world with anonymity. And who's going to replace you?
There's many stewards, but there's very few keepers. And keepers are template holders. I am that.
Exactly.
So,
and these people died in the late 1999, several of them in 1999, and another in early 2000. My friend, the messenger, left in 2008. And to my knowledge, there is no one stepping up to take their place. Now, the elders said, when we are gone, it will be to the young people to either step up or not step up. My observation is that it's done, and it's just the energetic disintegration of it that we see happening. Their fourth world.
That's the process integration of what's unfolding now. It can't be stopped.
Totally.
It can't be stopped.
Right. It's a done deal. You will know what's right as the holder of the red energy. If you're the holder of the red energy, I watched the purification begin in the late 1990s.
No, this is a whole other level of purification. Okay.
Right. Okay.
You haven't seen purification like this.
And I hope I don't.
This is the fact. The ones that have held true, the red wave is going to pass over them. So we're protected from this wrath. It's pure wrath. You can already gauge it.
I see the red wave. I do. You may have already knowingly or unknowingly initiated it.
I did public the last two segments. This is the thing. It's not going out to its full measure. It's scanning the realm to see who's true and who's not at the moment.
That's pure justice.
If there's still a chance, if there's still any chance to reconcile, I want to take it. What I see on the other side of the great purification, is it going to be necessary? Yes, but only if it doesn't come together and come together before 2028. That's the measure.
And, right, you and I are working on the big picture, and we have different areas of expertise. I absolutely saw your red wave. I hear what you're saying. And to me, in my heart, you are the takedown of Ahriman, the inverted world that they have created.
The seal of Solomon is going to be shattered in 2028. and everything that's connected to it, and everyone that's connected to it. Well, Solomon, talking about the origins and the development of these systems, violate the original teaching, going back to what I termed to be the Great Betrayal. In terms of the procession of the Grand Cycle, this is why the Dark Ones have amplified their shit, because they don't want to give this realm back over to the ones that have rightful jurisdiction. In terms of actual blood, the blood cannot be fucked with, and that's why they're obsessed with it. Look, if a vampire gets one drop of your blood on their tongue, they have access to everything. Mm-hmm. Literally everything. Through all the wars and the bloodshed and all the things that they've implemented,
right,
what they are going to reap is more than they've ever fucking implemented.
And they can manipulate the narrative.
Everybody's off in a fantasy land. It's insane.
Your divine role. I saw you release the red wave. I was seeing your capability. You can release that red wave from anywhere on this planet. And you have been to Hopi. And you have seen there was no one there except the corrupt and evil. And it's like I said, always with the caveat that there are some good people there. Your wave will pass over them, but you may never know them personally. I could get a connection to the Raven clan, Potaki on the first mesa. I always get confused. Is Oraibi the first or third mesa? I think it's the third mesa. In that case, the first mesa. I could go there again. It's very, very tiny. The Oraibi mesa with Oraibi and Hotvilla is much larger. It has room for 2 full villages. Prophecy Rock is literally at the base of Hotvilla. If you go up the hill there, whoop, you're at Hotvilla.
Yeah.
And if you walk further over, you're at Oraibi.
When it goes back to the primary race line that was targeted first by the Dark Ones, it was the White Dragon lineages.
Mm-hmm. I've been told I'm a combo of all 4.
Yeah. You got all 4 to play with.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been rich the last year.
Yeah. When it comes to my template, it's White Dragon codes specifically. And that's what works for me. This is how it's supposed to be. And then everyone given over to what's been implemented that went against the original teaching and the true traditions, especially the last 2,500 years, 3,000 years.
Right.
Holy fucking shit. And this in context, going back to where dark sorcery was first established in the realm, all goes back to the Sumerian Draconian Empire. Mm-hmm. So it's them. Yeah. It's always been them.
Yeah.
All this shit happening in the Middle East.
Yeah.
They want to keep that wormhole festering.
Absolutely.
Because it goes out into the grids and then having an effect on the land and all this. And we can't even
And
connect.
then they get an endless supply of food.
Right.
Forever and ever.
But this is why people can't connect to nature and the universe the correct way. There's the arts, there's all the things I teach with the mystery school, but the grids are compromised. And so all these people running out claiming to be grid workers and shit, like they have no fucking idea.
No, they don't.
What they've involved themselves with. And another thing that I see happening is this rise of the dark goddess in the New Age movement.
No shit.
Let's talk about that.
Oh my God.
From your point of view.
It's fucked up. It's totally fucked up. And it's one of the reasons why I've been so attacked, because I speak vehemently against it. And I was talking specifically not just about the gynocracy, but about the collaboration with the pacified masculine operating as a cohort to the gynocracy. You say anything like that, and all the fucking people who've not done their shadow work, they're gonna swarm. And that's what happened to me. I was swarmed by all these fucking demons, threatening my life, threatening my livelihood, threatening the people around me. I'm well protected. I know how to protect myself. Yeah. But then when it starts attacking my loved ones who have nothing to do with this, who are innocent, it did come on the heels of my discovery. I've had to make some really intense moves to go stealth, I've had to withdraw.
We dip in and dip out. We're strategic. It's,
You have to dip in.
pumping out fucking 9 videos a day because you need likes and subscribers. Fuck all that shit. People that get on and that's what it's about. They miss the fucking boat. The internet, as far as the framework of it, is either going to be the framework of actual initiation or overt distraction.
Yeah.
All this stuff that I'm gauging, you mentioned the castrati. I am not among those weak ass motherfuckers.
Oh, hell no, you're not.
You bitches don't fucking get it. And the cognitive dissonance when you're sharing information, proving and showing them, you get the weeping and gnashing of teeth, man. It all comes flying out. This, regardless of the consequences, has to be force confronted because this is the literal crux of why we're talking today.
Totally.
It's the crux. It is the fucking poisoned root factor. Why all of it has been implemented.
And I think you are the perfect interface. This is one of the reasons why you have been called to the task, because the Hopi have been compromised. They fell into greed and power.
Right. It's greed and it's fucking fear that rule people.
Yeah.
Period. I saw it. It turns people mad. That exact same thing that Tolkien was getting at. We're dealing with fucking golems. We're dealing with orcs. We're dealing with fucking trolls. We're dealing with ogres. We're dealing with this consciousness stream. They look human, but they're not acting like true humans would.
Indeed.
And then with the levels of necromancy that are being promoted, we're seeing people get taken the fuck over. They're being given the platforms, the fucking conferences. Everything's being fucking funded. They don't want motherfuckers like us on their panels. Because we would fucking destroy their narrative with actual evidence. What's the actual fucking truth? They don't want truth. They want to be fucking rock stars.
Indeed.
Okay? What's the truth? You motherfuckers still don't get it. You don't get it. You're not initiated. Nobody out there on the level in terms of what Massaw Pahana take things back to, which is the original teaching.
It's now or never.
And people got an opportunity here to be initiated into Temple of the White Dragon. This is my position. This is what I'm here to institute. It isn't just some flowery shit. No. What's coming, there's even a prophecy given by Nostradamus. I'll read it to you.
I'm listening.
Check this shit out. Hold on.
Everything that's been said on both of your ends and my ends is true. I see you are the red wave just as you are. That has been appointed. Now, there aren't a lot of people that could tell you that could confirm that. And the Hopi messenger, I was a younger woman. I didn't get it at the time, but he kept saying to me, there are not many people who can actually confirm what we know and what we're doing. So the universe is giving you a great gift of what you are passionately living your life as. You're passionately engaged. We addressed this earlier. You know the energy coming through you. It's electrical. It's fire. It is the great empowerment. When I talk
masculine.
Absolutely. It is the masculine divine intensity. I feel that in you. I picked that up in you. I saw the red wave. Wow.
This is the quote. Check this out. Spoken by Nostradamus in 1558. At the eve of another desolation, when the perverted church is atop her most high and sublime in dignity, there will proceed one born from a branch long barren, who will deliver the people from the world from a weak and voluntary slavery and place them under the protection of Mars. The flame of a certain sect shall spread the world over.
Wow.
Komendra Horgoth with Azormir. This is Temple of the White Dragon. This is my intention. And I don't care how big or small it is. It's a question of who's going to be true and who's not.
As you know, and you have said...
It's already spreading.
Yes, exactly.
Since 2017, it started. That's when it really started. That's why they did what they did in 2020. Mark it.
I have been saying for 45 years, surely to God you can find somebody in the fucking megaverse.
This is a part of how I put myself in check. Now, if it is true, then motherfuckers better listen to this right now, right here.
You've just said it. You just triggered it right there. Everything. These motherfuckers better listen, because right here and right now, take that. Marja and I, at our highest levels of all that we are, witnessing what you are going to say.
It's a factor of knowing that we still have free will. This will be overtly destroyed in terms of their agendas. We're talking about dark sorcery today. It's perfect because I don't hold back here with the platform. Black Earth Productions, a quest and an exploration into all things that even most are afraid to touch upon. But as far as the templating is concerned and what's been revealed, there's no grid work of consciousness that cannot be accessed on our end. Knowing how to do that, knowing how to ignite your templates, making connection to core intelligence and what I term to be the higher force.
It is he who the great creator gave guardianship of this beautiful, exquisite world. There is, oh my God, there's a corrupted group. They call themselves guardians.
Talk about the false guardians.
Yes, yes. Nassau, how do you fucking feel about that, friend? How do you feel about that? These fucking false guardians. How do you feel about that?
Wrath. Pure wrath.
Red. Yes. Yes.
It's the red fucking wave. These people have no idea. They are completely ignorant and not protected in terms of ignorance. What I'm attacking is evil. So if people got a problem with me, you best check yourself. I'm not operating from an uncompromised position. I hold myself accountable. That's what this is in terms of this conversation. Because I trust Marja. Proven that she's not like all these other motherfuckers. So to the uncompromised trajectory of what's required, this is why all of this stuff has been amplified to the levels that it has been. Chaos, magic, and the definition of chaos is complete disorder and confusion. Look at the fucking realm. There's no clarity. And the term dragon, the root language, means to see clear. That's what the temple is all about. People speak about ascension. They go on. Ascension isn't a measure of escapism. It happens on ground level. That's why we're here.
Totally. And I have always, for 20 years, I've been cautioning people saying, it won't be everyone. This is what
We hail the military general of the human heart. And without that, you don't see clear. People speak about the third eye. You have your physical eyes, but nobody knows what the first eye is, which is the heart.
Mm-hmm.
I hail pharaonic lineage in terms of my bloodlines.
Okay.
And we are the keepers of the sacred tree. And as far as the spear tip is concerned, template holders, actual template holders, there is 108 of us I've been seeking. Some of them have been initiated into the temple, but only a handful. We are the true guardians in context. What you're mentioning about the false guardians, go more into that as far as what you're seeing and what you're gauging.
Oh,
Don't hold back.
they're in trouble, deep trouble. They're in serious, serious trouble because there are 3 in discussion about the end. All of us covering areas of expertise. This is quite a moment, actually. Actors. Fully engaged, the inverted world, and how that works from an energetic standpoint. And out from it comes a little triangular point that is reversed, like out away from the flame of our energy being. That's how they've inverted reality. They took the world and they literally put it out in an inverted form, and that is the inverted reality, the world of Ahriman. That is the world of these false guardians. I am incensed. I really am incensed by the fact they are calling themselves guardians. They are abusive torturers, poisoners, murderers. And this is exactly the inverted world. My outrage, a holy outrage. You
What?
take our anger away and you take
Oh,
our
right.
ability to confront them.
All of it is a stand down psyop, just like religion. It's the same tactics.
Yeah.
And nobody knows the game. No one knows what's required to actually transcend. I've said it. Without the dragon and the key, there is no transcending. Everyone is in thrall within the great wheel. And that wheel is going to be broken overtly in 2028. It cannot be stopped. So all of these motherfuckers who are claiming this, you're right down in the fucking hotbed. So
Yeah.
from your perspective,
There's so many different levels, and the two of you know that. I have to preface because I don't tell many people what I'm going to tell you. We turn and go back into the core of the earth to engage in primal warfare. I joined with the vortices here to go into the core of the earth and separate the energetic reality planes. Okay? Various energetic reality planes. This makes it easier for you and your people, Sethikus.
there's points of the actual prophecy that are manifesting. To say that it's not happening or it hasn't happened, that's not true. I'm not saying that hasn't happened. But as far as these false guardians, how they're positioning themselves and putting themselves out with what you're gauging.
You, masculine warrior of red, are engaging directly with them. I can see what they've done. I can see that they're so weakened. They're pretending they're not weakened, but they're grossly weakened. It's just a matter of time.
The shadow dragon is in its death throes.
Yes, and then we get to the reptilians would not leave the planet.
They made trade deals. They made trade deals. That's what all of this other shit is. They're done. So what we're actually dealing with is something worse than them. And nobody knows it because they're not versed. This is Naglfar getting into my tradition.
Right.
Naglfar. Okay.
It's called what again?
It's called Naglfar. This is Loki's chariot, and it's going down, and it's going down hard. None of them know this. None of them are privy to the original teaching, let alone the true traditions of any primary race line. This is what I've been talking about for years. We got to get back to the original teaching, back to our true traditions, so we can, at a base level, learn to remember who we are, to get it back on track, and actually ascend the realm. All of these individuals that have put themselves out, claiming to be guardians, are the ones pushing the inverted timeline.
Yes, absolutely.
While at the same time claiming ascension.
Oh, well, they're in the wrong ball game if they think they're going to be ascending. They ain't going nowhere without a heart frequency matching. They're going nowhere. It is impossible for them. They can claim everything they fucking want to. When you're enslavement, vampirism, it goes on and on and on. There is no match except the 2D reality, and it is going to implode upon itself. The red wave, and how that's going to look in the eyes of people standing around on a street corner, I have no idea.
Everyone at this point is going to be force confronted. It's already been happening. And when people are forced to face the magic mirror gate.
Oh, magic mirror gate.
Magic mirror gate.
Perfect.
When they're forced to face the magic mirror gate, most people run away screaming in denial because their assumed identity is what's being force confronted. Everything that they built their lives around, the lie, when force confronted, they're not willing to let go. At that point, in terms of Naglfar and what Naglfar is, they are being dragged through the Shadowlands while claiming to be divine. They're fucking liars.
that is blasphemy.
I'm a cosmic heretic. I'm an apostate.
Well, then, blasphemy. That is true.
Right.
I don't mean you. I'm
Right.
talking about the situation that this horrific energy, the false god, the demiurge, and get this,
Right.
Sophia created it. Yeah, she created
Indeed.
So listen, I'm going to make this statement right fucking now. Sophia is
Do
the
it!
dark goddess.
She is.
Sophia is
Fucked
the dark
up.
goddess.
I'm
And this
sorry.
is what all these fucktards don't fucking understand. And then they wonder why they're dealing with all the issues that they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wake
Yep.
the fuck up.
The
Because it's
falsehood
not
of
what I said.
identitarianism.
It's not what I said. It's what the actual truth declares and
Mm-hmm.
reveals. If you go deep enough, this is the fucking issue. I am here to remind womankind of this dynamic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
pisses me
This
off. I
in
don't know.
context. This in
I
context.
love it.
This in context is what the power of the blue flame is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pure, raw, infallible consciousness. So this might sound like blasphemy. Okay, listen. This term Christ, the root term is a drug. It's a poisoned ether, taking it to the Greek root. Okay, this is where it all comes from. And debate about the Dead Sea Scrolls to Gnosticism is what the New Age movement is pushing, along with the Abrahamic mind virus, overtly. And what they don't understand, this is what has enslaved this realm.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the greatest tool of enslavement that exists on this planet.
Yet claim it as the actual truth. According to the true prophecy, it states that Pahana will have his own, none of these religions are anything that he's going to condone. Taking it back to the original teaching, who are you? Who are you? These are three sound tones that when you're forced confronted a magic mirror gate, you have to give an account in terms of who you truly are. And if the frequency doesn't match the actual scales, and you're lying, and you don't know thyself, truly know thyself, at that point, you're getting sucked into the fucking abyss and you don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
Your heart is now being weighed with the feather. You
Yeah.
gotta let go, motherfuckers, because you're getting sucked into the fucking abyss. They're going for their harvest, what's been taking place. Why?
Yeah.
Because
They're banking
the
on
shadow dragon, fanfear, is in its fucking death throes. And the gold of higher consciousness ignited with those that have done the real work and will come to do the real work cannot be stopped. They can't stop us. How many times have they tried to take you out, Marja?
Innumerable. I've lost count. 40
How many
years.
times they try to take you out?
Oh, I'm protected, seriously protected. I faced off with the reptilians and others. You'll see a look of horror on their face, and you turn around and there's legions. The horror of Marja's experience.
I've been on the front lines of the worst of human atrocities in over 110 countries.
Right.
You know my whole track throughout the Middle East and Eastern Asia.
When they hit you with the
Central
rifle
Asia.
and imprisoned you.
Doesn't matter. I mean, that's a mark in and of itself.
Right.
I made the declaration. I said, do your worst, motherfuckers. Look, it's a factor. And I'm not stupid. I'm not running out guns blazing. I am a strategist.
Yes.
I am a very fucking sharp strategist. And I don't trust fucking nobody up to a certain point, because without first principles being agreed upon, why are we coming together? Why are we having this conversation? Well, we all three know this. And there's so many things I could say, but to speak with wisdom, what I see, motherfuckers are going to crack. They're going to have nervous breakdowns. They're going to be force confronted, whether they want to or not. And going through my own shamanic rites of initiation, people have no idea how worse it can actually get. People think this shit's bad. This is nothing still.
Yeah.
This is nothing still. We still have opportunity. People are going to have to pull their heads out their fucking ass and take the opportunity being presented. I've been working to reestablish Everything I've built, everything that I've been shown I'm here to do, to reestablish this back into the realm, and everyone's still enthralled with the programming. Holy fucking shit. I can see it all so clear for what it is. It goes back to that mark of true education. That's how it's been for me.
Yeah.
To weave this back together, to remind people of that. I've known people that have been killed, okay? I've also killed motherfuckers. All right, this is how real it gets. What happened to your own son?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Frankly, the Hopi thought he was very, very, very special.
Mm-hmm. When Byron came back to us, I was the one who received him.
Yep.
He was going to expose the corruption.
Yes. I have the film footage, the critical film footage, and I have letters from the Hopi messenger, all kinds of incredible information that is not on the white man's scope at all. They know that the white brother made it over to the Himalayan mountains. They showed some of the rock carvings, and holy shit, there was the symbol for we have been here.
Holy shit.
All of the pictography and the writing, all of the symbols, what it meant, it's a whole language. So he was taught that entire language, and he got a hold of his teacher, and the Hopi teacher confirmed that it's like, yes, that's it. Oh my God, they made it. They made it to the other side of the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the coup de grace. I protect the film and the letters and the documents that I do have. This is original footage. No one else on the planet has it. The meeting with the tablets and the meeting with no one else has this. And the Hopi declined it, and so the director of the archives, he said, we can't accept it where the Hopi don't accept it. Guess who the Hopi who can't accept it are? It's all labeled Oraibi, split.
So all of this correlates and confirms my end of the equation. It's going to be inevitable for those that have made their decision. The closer we get to 2028, whatever decision people fucking make, once it's solidified, it's like the art and science of alchemy, going into the reddening phase.
It is inevitable.
You have the blackening, which is where everything is force confronted, the magic mirror gate. You have the whitening, where higher consciousness capacity is being integrated while washing away the debris of what the purification requires, and goes into the third phase where things are solidified. Things are going to be solidified based upon the choices that motherfuckers have made, especially the last 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That this is how down to the wire it is. As I've even made this statement on my platform, the spiral is getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. And after a certain point, the gates of the actual procession are going to be shut on those that are going to go into fucking implosion. This is what I foresee the AI timeline. It implodes on itself.
Exactly. Implodes is the exact word that my unseen friends have been using since 1985 with me. It's a done deal.
It doesn't matter where I am on the planet in terms of emitting this wrath.
You are going to be exactly then that energy. It will be the unleashing of that energy. Will rise up in you that we've been talking about, and it will not harm any what we want to call righteous person. Right. It won't harm them. You're absolutely right.
I have had yet to have this level of conversation with someone that actually gets it.
Right. No, I get it. How many people did you say are 108?
There's 108 individuals, specific template holders that are at the spear tip on the planet. We're all spread across the earth. We had not come together, as I've also foreseen. This is very specific. And it's never happened since what happened did. So the Dark Ones, they've been combing the whole fucking planet for decades now, especially after World War II.
Yeah.
Because they don't know who the fuck's coming in or who's going to be templated.
They keep fighting, thinking they can win, and they cannot. It has been like the word blasphemy, which I never used, but it was blasphemy.
In context.
And this shall not stand. The corruptors will not stand.
They're all going to go fucking insane. They want everyone castrated, and that is the symbol of what's on the back of the goddamn fucking Taponi tablet. It's the castration. Listen, it's the castration of higher consciousness.
Yeah, totally. Because you have to take action, and taking action is
symbolism.
masculine.
Yeah.
Because we're obviously all walking around with our heads. Mm-hmm. However, what's been severed is the heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the sun, and I've also made this statement public, we are the true stargates.
Oh,
indeed.
It's
so
true.
people going on and on about the grids and the fucking gates and all this different kind of shit. They completely missed the point of incarnation.
Yes.
So,
Totally.
To actually intend to be here and not intend to escape.
I know I'm not in some flesh prison.
Yeah.
It's not reincarnation cycles and we're trapped, plaguing the victim and all this bullshit that religion and Gnosticism and New Age bullshit has promulgated. I'm sick of it. And all these motherfuckers out there, they're going to get hit with this wave. Hard. Very hard.
And you know.
Right now, it's just scanning who's who. However, when it gets pulled back in and this happens.
It's going to be perfect.
God damn it.
You are going to know. I saw the wave. I felt the energy in you. When the moment comes to unleash it, it is going to be perfect. And I want to say this about the soul's sparks. Let me define this. There is truly no loss of that which would be really regretful to lose divine sparks. Am I making any sense to you?
Absolutely.
They've already got that system in place. When you release the red wave and it takes down all of this corruption, there's going to be divine sparks flying everywhere. There is a whole system to catch, to gather up the divine sparks and to put them in perfect and divine harmony.
There's another factor as far as the actual prophecy. When the red wave is unleashed, that the red army rises up and annihilates this shit.
That's what the prophecy says. The prophecy
and it's worldwide. It's not in one small part.
Right. The prophecy says that the red army, a terrifying red army, comes and it is worldwide and it destroys. Yeah, that's exactly what the prophecy itself says.
That's what I'm conveying here. Evil has to be eradicated.
Yes.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
It has to be fucking eradicated physically.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
And all of their dark grids need to be fucking destroyed.
Yes.
All of them. All of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wiped off the fucking map. The whole notion of divine masculine power and the position, all this different kind of shit. Do you think for a fucking second that the true council is going to fucking stand by? No.
No, there's no tolerating shit.
There's no tolerance. The true council is on ground level. It's not off in the ethers. It's not the fucking angels or alien factions. No, it's true humans.
It's
on ground level.
Divinity taking charge.
I trust the higher force.
Right.
I trust this current of Massaw that I know is surging through me.
Yes.
The shit I'm claiming and the things I'm putting out. I feel like I sound insane. Who the fuck is anyone to go out claiming this without the actual evidence? What all these false guardians are doing. Fucking liars, man.
Yes. Oh my God. The deception. And it ends here.
No.
It ends here. Right this minute.
I agree.
We have our way shown to us. Each of us have our way shown to us. No remorse, no human guilt, no human remorse. That is a part of the enslavement programming. Remorse, all of that. Fuck them. We're done with them.
Indeed. I say we move to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sweetheart, for facilitating this for us.
Thank you. And onward and forward.
Oh, my beautiful girl.
Forever onward, forever forward.
Absolutely. Each of you and all of your helpers and people.
Beautiful.
All right, ladies. Marja.
Okay, my loves.
After we're done talking, and Jahnay, was excellent speaking with you. Thank you.
Same here. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye, darlings. Mwah.
Bye-bye.
And with that, we're going to go into wrapping things up with this segment. This is ultra powerful. The evidence cannot be denied. This is it. All of this is real. And as with everything, especially if you're new here, you're going to want to go to the website at blackearthproductions.com. Click on the services page and line things out for level 1 apprentice, full rights, initiation into the mystery school, Temple of the White Dragon. I only ever do one-on-one mentorship with individuals. And in light of the actual value, the key insights, taking things into the original teaching. This has been long-standing now. We're very close to 20 years. There are other things that are available that I encourage you also to check out in terms of counsel, readings, and different levels of actual initiation. Understand that with Temple of the White Dragon, there are 5 tiers total. Only 2 have been instituted public, with level 1 apprentice and level 2 adept. But as we move closer going into 2028, the entire script on this motherfucker is gonna get flipped. And this is going to require all of us, especially this specific group of 108 individuals that are key coded in terms of templating, taking it to the 4 primary race line dragon lineages. There's other things available in terms of products with the mystery school. We have the Nectar of Athanasia, as well as other things I encourage you to get a hold of. Again, you're going to want to get onto the website at blackearthproductions with a Z.com, go to the products page, and check everything out. As far as the merch line is concerned, we have some new things that have come out. The Temple Crest hoodie is now available for order. That's on its way. And I'm proud to announce that we actually have our flags of alliance and our flags of war available with the mystery school. They're extremely high quality. You're going to want to go check out the website again at blackearthproductions with the Z.com. Go into the description of this particular segment. All of the links are going to be made available for you. And with that, when it comes to everything, you are going to want to get a hold of me directly at blackearthproductions with an S at the end at hotmail.com. That is my direct contact. This is how you line everything out with everything that's available here on Black Earth Productions, as well as the back end with Temple of the White Dragon. And as it states in terms of the actual prophecy, the fourth world was built upon a false song, a discordant rattle of machines and arrogance. And when the purifier comes, he will not speak the language of men or men's laws. He will open his mouth and release the true sound, the vibration and frequency that was heard at the very first creation. And when this note hits the air, everything built on lies and deception are going to loose their grip on matter and instantly dissolve. The voice and sound is like a great rumbling stone rolling down a mountain. It's a frequency that cannot be hidden, and it's a frequency that cannot be hidden from. It penetrates the deep iron doors of the underground and shatters the stone towers of the greedy. And it shakes the gold from the hands of the dark double-hearted and all of those who live out of balance and harmony with core intelligence. This sound will claw at their minds like madness and burn them like fire from the inside out. However, those that have achieved the first eye of core intelligence, the sound will be like that of the quiet humming of the true goddess that will give birth to new life in terms of the coming fifth world. All of this is inevitable, and you've been warned here on the platform. Now all of you know more of who I am in terms of my actual position, and this cannot be stopped. This is Sethikus Boza, Black Earth Productions, Blue Flame Healing Arts, and Occult Science, Temple of the White Dragon. Get a hold of me directly. I look forward to speaking with more of you soon. Be empowered. Be encouraged. HAILZ!